Hey! What's going on, everyone? So that little thing means they can hear us. Hopefully, they can. Which is great. How you doing, everyone? This is CitYouth TV, the best half an hour of your week. I am Jordan, and this is Josh, as you can see on the screen, which is hopefully something that you can see, and you're here and you're live and you're with us, guys. Make sure you're tuning in, you're saying hello and all this kind of stuff in the chat. We've got a whole community of people in the chat. You guys are young people, we've got leaders as well in the chat. And today is a special day. It's a different kind of day. It's a sad day because it is Josh McSevenny's last live stream with us. Can we make some noise in the chat? Can we make some noise?
Oh, cheers, guys.
Can we make some noise in the chat? Actually, I want to make some noise right here. I want to make some noise for Josh.
Yeah.
Right here in the chat, man.
We knew it was coming, obviously. I let you guys know first, and it's come to it now. It's come to it. It's gone quick, you know.
It has gone really quick. It's gone quicker than expected. I think like lockdown has done most of the speed, like
I was gonna say, we couldn't even remember. We were having a chat earlier, and we were like, sometime during lockdown, we had no idea what the day was. We had no idea what the week was.
Yeah.
We had literally no idea what anything was.
No idea, man. So yeah, I think lockdowns made it go by quicker.
Yeah.
Like we've had less contact. We've only seen each other once a week.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like
I've not even seen you guys at all.
It's weird because I've had the privilege of seeing some of them pass by.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause a lot of you live in Bearwood. I saw Fossey.
No way.
I saw him in Harborne yesterday. Shout out to Fossey.
I thought I'd see some of you in Lidl, you know, because I shop in Lidl just up the road.
Just up the road.
And I've seen Benj in there before, you know, Big Ben. Seen him in there before, so I'm like seeing if I can see any of the young people. I'm like, disappointment.
Yeah. Well,
Gutted.
man, it's been hard. It's been a really hard series. Being in church as well. I'm pretty sure you guys don't just miss church, but you miss the building, you miss the people. Yeah. So we're here, and it's your last live stream.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling about Josh's last live stream? Put it in the chat, guys, because we'd love to just kind of see some well wishes, some messages as well.
I don't need to look at this anymore, do I?
You know, really, it's right there. Yes, we've got a new setup as well. And it's late. It feels late.
I know. We've got our perfect set. We've got our best. There's no mic, guys. There's no microphones. You can't see anything. And we found our best setup.
Yeah.
On your second to last.
On my second to last.
And week of CitYouth TV, and my last week.
Yeah. Because we're going to do more recorded sessions for you guys, for the 6 weeks for the summer. So next week will be the last live stream, and so we've got this perfect setup.
And you can't.
And then we can't really use it.
Or you can. We have to see if you guys like this. Maybe you have to ask Pastor Jordan, and maybe you guys can get involved.
It's true.
And you can have ideas. Maybe you can. Well, maybe they can host their own CitYouth.
Maybe I can say, hey,
you know,
if you live pretty much locally, or if you want to come out to the church.
Yeah, as lockdown kind of just goes up and up, you guys can host your own CitYouth TV. Now that's
a good idea.
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
Hey, I'm just leaving little bits of wisdom with you.
That's it, man. That's it. Oh man. So we've got a selection of cakes. If you can't see right here, we've got red velvet cake over here. We've got chocolate cake. We've got some Charlotte Skills over here.
I want to know what these taste like.
That we're going to be eating throughout the half an hour that you're here with us. So please keep engaging, keep talking. If you haven't shared this with your friends already, we are CitYouth. We are intending for you guys to help you believe in the God of the Bible, to help you grow in your faith through key relationships, and then to inspire you so that you're an inspiration to everybody else around you, your circle of influence. And that's what we do here on CitYouth TV. You got some great stuff over the last how many weeks, man. We've got some great just teaching, Sharon last week.
Sharon last week.
That's some great.
Spitting that wisdom.
Some great challenges, all that kind of stuff. But we'll get into it in a minute, guys. But yeah, welcome to CitYouth TV, which is the best half an hour of your week. And I think we're just going to hit with the announcements, I think.
We are so excited about Limitless Festival 2020 online on the 7th and 8th of August. So make sure you get yourself over to youtube.com/Limitless Elim and hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of the main sessions. We got 3 main sessions with some fantastic speakers, including Becca Hudson and Tando Zulu. We're going to be hearing the stories of some young people, what God has been doing in their lives. We've got music from Limitless Worship, which is just going to be a great way for us to worship together online. And there are 4 live seminars through the course of the Saturday afternoon. If you want to see the full program, then why don't you head over to limitlessfestival.co.uk, where that is available as a free download for you right now. I know that we would love to be together at Stafford Showground, hanging out with thousands of others, worshiping God, having an amazing experience, but it's not to be. But thankfully, we serve a limitless God. We serve a God who is not limited by our limitations. He's not limited by the number of people we're able to have in one room. He's not limited by the fact that we're going to be engaging with one another online. And he is most certainly not limited by coronavirus. So we believe that God is still able to move in our lives in power. We believe that he's still able to heal, to transform, and to save, even through an online event. So here's what we want you to do. We want you to tell your youth group, we want you to tell all your friends, and we want you to come ready, not just to watch something on YouTube, but to receive from God and to meet with God at Limitless Festival online. I can't wait to hang out with you on the 7th and 8th of August 2020. So let's get ready. What could God do? The possibilities are limitless.
Okay, guys. So we are back, and we're here. So it's myself, it's Pastor Jordan, it's Josh. Well, again, it's Josh's last live stream, and man, like we're gutted, just like the rest of you. We're gutted that he's moving on. He's moving on to bigger and better things. You know, like some good news even today.
Yeah.
Some great news. But yeah, so we're gonna do this as like a kind of an interview style, asking Josh how he's found his experience here, as well as kind of dive a little bit deeper into who Josh is, his testimony a little bit later on. But yeah, so we're gonna get started. But before that, we've got the FYI of the week. So obviously you already know the FYI of the week is Limitless Art Festival online, and that is this month. It's in a few weeks time, guys, so make sure you tune in. Again, if you have not decided to follow or subscribe to Limitless YouTube, definitely click the subscribe button and ring the bell so that you are notified whenever the festival takes place. Josh, do we have a madness of the week? I think the madness of the week goes to Josh. Madness of the week.
No, I'm leaving.
That is leaving, man.
I'll take it. I'll take a madness of the week.
Yeah, madness of the week.
No,
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
That is leaving. Yeah.
And also, we gotta say as well, I'm not just leaving. My wife is also leaving.
Yeah.
So we should mention that.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Both leaving.
yeah. So you guys, we've been mentioning this. Like who Corin is, she is the worship intern here at BCC.
Yeah.
Well, her last day is tomorrow, or her last Sunday is this Sunday. So make sure that you check out that and just go and try to support her. You might actually, I don't know whether I might be on Sunday stage as well. I'm not entirely sure. So
Yeah, you will.
I will.
Yes, you will.
Ooh, big stage. But yeah, you guys can see us there. But this is kind of my farewell to you intimately, personally, because obviously the church, your parents may know me if they bumped into me or said hello, but actually my relationship has been with you guys, and I've kind of given everything with you guys, for you guys. So I wanted to make sure that we kind of do this before I do anything with the church on a larger scale. So it's kind of the madness of the week, innit?
It is, man. It is. It's absolutely mad. But again, there's a lot of blessing that has come your way.
Oh yeah.
Even after that, so absolutely fantastic. And I think the shout out of the week. Kind of goes to everybody who's been tuning in to Tribes for the last however long we've had lockdown.
It's been crazy.
It has been crazy. It's been great. And as much as it's only been a small for you, everyone's just been great.
Yeah, we got like. So we see if we can grill as many as we all can out.
Let's go.
Right.
So you guys put your hands up if you've been in the tribe meeting on a Thursday evening at 7 p.m. Put your hands up because that will help us. Obviously we've had Bemi, we've had Joel, Leslie,
Jack
Cave, Kim,
Seth has come a couple of times.
Seth has come. Who else? Jada. Can't forget Jada.
Jada,
girl like Jada. Can't forget.
Has Ad will come on?
Yeah, Ad will come on. Yeah. Panina, is it Panina? Or is it the other sister? It's Sabiti.
Heaven Angel, yeah. Shout out to you guys. Who else? Snap.
Yeah, Snap. You've been on it. Awesome. Who else?
I don't know, but if we've missed you out, go down on the chat. If we've missed you out, guys, make sure that you Alpha Benedict.
That one time.
That one time.
Yeah, but like we want to shout out to all the guys who've been with us from the beginning when we started Tribes online through Zoom, and we want to just honor you guys because it's been a good selection of you, just kind of being interactive, chatting, having fun, having a Netflix and
what did we watch? You made us watch that really weird lava program.
That was it. Lava on Netflix. If you do not know about Lava on Netflix, it is hilarious.
Okay.
Weird, but hilarious.
It's so weird,
but
it's very funny. And it may be a little bit addictive. I may have watched quite a few of them.
Yeah, see, I do it. Yeah.
However, I'll give you a video for the week.
Okay, go ahead.
I may have been up very, very late one night.
Yeah.
And I may have watched the new series of VeggieTales on Netflix.
Oh, VeggieTales! No! VeggieTales.
And it's not the same. It's not the same as the old series.
Yeah.
But
don't make it like they used to.
But there's no Larry sing-songs, and I miss that.
Yeah,
Larry singing along with Larry. But
yeah,
I did watch it, and it's not that bad.
Okay.
It's not that weird. It's got cars in it now, and they've got like a city, and they like work in restaurants and burgers and stuff. It's a bit weird.
Doesn't have VeggieTales.
Yeah.
Are vegetables.
Bit weird.
And
some of the voice actors have changed because
obviously
the younger ones are not growing up and they're not younger anymore. But it's still good. So give it a watch. You know, if you're bored and you're like, what can I watch?
VeggieTales. VeggieTales is you go back to VeggieTales, you know, and the Bible, and you know, it's kind of your first interaction with Jesus. It's great.
Good old Larry.
Awesome. So that was the weekly rundown as we have it and the announcements. So be sure to check those things out. I always wanted to shout out. I think Bondini's got a new video out. He asked for the shout out, so I'm gonna shout you out, Bondini.
Yeah,
definitely.
He's got his own YouTube channel, doesn't he?
He has. Again, a new video has just come out. It came out yesterday. Pay attention. Don't sleep on that. Yeah, cool. So we're gonna dive in, guys. We're gonna dive in and ask Josh some questions. If you've got questions to ask Josh about his time, his year here, let us know in the chat, and we can ask him live. You can ask him live, guys. So yeah, Josh, you've been here pretty much like a year now. Just under a year.
I think officially just under. But I was starting to come in and get involved, so it's now over a year probably.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
So we started out with events like the event of Lincoln's Festival, and that was just crazy. But that was just one memory. But what has been one of your biggest and best memories here at CitYouth? But I want you to answer that whilst we cut some cake. Yeah. So what has been your biggest memory?
Well, I can't multitask, so can you cut some cake?
I will cut some cake.
I'll answer.
What slice would you like?
I think go some red velvet.
Should you go for red velvet? Then no.
I'm gonna go red velvet to start off with, because I can have a mixture of both.
Yeah, you can.
It's your cake.
It's your cake, man.
It's my cake. Probably one of the most. If we're gonna go for funniest, first of all, it's got to be lockdown. There was so much that happened in that night, man. So much. Thank you. So much happened in that night, in lockdown night. It was ridiculous. From, I think you guys were there, me and Redmond hiding in that little space. You guys couldn't find us for ages, and suddenly a door opened and someone screamed, "It's a white lady! It's Josh!" So stuff like that happened. And that was funny. From in early hours of the morning when we're trying to keep people awake with Silly String.
That was fun.
It was fun. It was all the girls, not my hair.
Yeah.
So it was brilliant. It was amazing. I think that was one of the first events that I properly put on.
Yeah, I think it was.
So that was cool. And I think also, actually, one of the things, not many of you guys came, but we did an outreach on the Fridays. We only did that for a couple of weeks, but we saw some of you guys that came bring friends.
Yeah, which was great.
Which was really cool. And as a youth worker, that's really, and you know, as a fellow youth pastor, it was really nice to see you guys wanting to step out. Some of you guys wanted to step out and evangelize and just bring a friend along, and it was a chill night. It was so chill. But yeah, it was chill. It was nice.
It was full of events and activities that everyone could engage with.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
we made some really good memories there. Yeah, so yeah, lockdown is that one.
A vacation as well, though. You can't not mention vacation.
You can't. Yeah, but those key events, I think, are like they're significant because they're events that you kind of go away or you're together. And, man.
Yeah, I think the events that we went away together on, and when I saw some of you face your fears, like that's why you remember those events, because we see you guys grow in maturity, mentally and also spiritually. And I think the rap battles on, if you guys know it, you know it. Those rap battles on a vacation they were amazing.
They were fun.
They were so fun. Just to watch you guys do what you do, and for me, it was like I've never been a part of that before, ever. You know, we all sing country songs down from where I'm from, so yeah.
It's a country boy.
No, if we listened to rap music, the only rap music we'd ever listened to was Eminem, and that was like that's who we kind of knew. So it was so nice to hear a different variety of music, and actually you guys create your own. So it was really cool to be part of that. I loved it. I loved every minute. I remember going back to my room and going to Jordan, mate, that was sick.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It was a bit gassy. It was a bit up there. So we've had some great events, man. So we've had great events. We've had some great moments. But who are your favorite people? Like, not to say that we have favorites, but we don't. But we do. But we don't. But
who's kind of impressed me the most with
who
made
an impression on you the most as a young person? You would say.
So there's been a couple that have suddenly just come out of the works recently that have made an impression, I would say, on both of us.
Yeah.
And one of those who had hidden talents and didn't bother to tell us for the whole year when this person could have been playing in the worship band was Aaron.
Aaron. Yeah.
Like, man, this boy can play piano like Mozart.
Mate.
And we had no idea. So this is what I mean, guys. You have hidden talents that we don't know about, and we want to know about them because we want to grow you in those talents. And then we find about these talents that we don't even know that you have, that you're amazing at, and you won't even tell us, and you're hiding them away. Oh man, it gets me worked up. Show us your talent so we can grow you.
Yeah, man.
But no, Aaron was just I remember just standing there going, because Aaron, no offense, buddy, but you say you can do stuff, and sometimes I didn't believe you. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I didn't believe you.
Yeah.
And he went up to walk in this piano and go, I can play piano, guys. And I went, all right, Aaron, go on. I thought you were gonna bash out a couple of chords, do that C, D, E, F, G, start playing that alphabet. But no.
He bangs out.
Mate, it was like Mozart. It was brilliant.
He bangs out something like, everyone just kind of stood there. I remember that moment as well. So Aaron has like the...
Aaron has been very recently, since before lockdown, because obviously lockdown has hindered our relationship with you guys, but that's been crazy. I think also coming alongside the worship team and seeing Benedict and Bonini grow together. We would go into the for a couple of weeks we took the drum kit into a different room, and I said, all right boys, why don't you do this together? I'll come back in a bit. I'd come back and they'd actually been doing it. They've been working hard at it, and it was really good. So to see them kind of an older guy take a younger guy under his wing, and that was brilliant. Who else? Gotta say this. Miles.
Oh, Miles. Man like Miles.
Miles.
I've got to do this for Miles. Miles. You're a guy.
We love Miles, man.
I'm gonna do one more time for Miles.
If Miles isn't on this chat, guys, someone screen record this and send this to him because it will give him a big boost. And Miles is just brilliant.
Miles
always got positive energy. Always puts the best of the best in everything.
Amazing.
And And I tell you, someone is definitely not watching this right now, but hopefully she will be. Someone I have been very impressed with in her, maturity growth mentally and also spiritually, but especially mentally. Trini,
Trini's amazing. Yeah.
And the reason why is because I said to her, hey, I think it was I'd only known her for about 2-3 weeks. I said to her, look, you're turning up to church like at a ridiculous o'clock. The girls within our group, you know this, she'd turn up like half an hour late. I said, what are you doing? Why are you turning up late? I was like, what time does your mum expect you to leave? She twiddles her thumbs, looking down. This time I leave. And I said, Trini. Come on, next week, get here on time. Yeah. And she did.
Sometimes you just gotta say,
and she did. And then she kept that. And I said to her, look, promise me, don't break this promise, but promise me this. And she didn't. And she kept coming to it. Now, there were a couple of weeks where maybe she was 5-10 minutes late, but it wasn't, within an hour late. So that was really good to see.
Yeah.
And we had kind of a journey where I kind of set her a couple of challenges to do the night before, like, why don't you just get ready and pack your bag before school, something like that. Yeah. And then she sent us a picture on WhatsApp, or she's put it in a group chat. Hey Josh, I've done this. I packed my bag for school, and I'm like, oh, sick.
Yeah.
And to see someone take criticism and turn it around and actually do that was really cool.
Well, it's kind of like a good kind of helping or instruction, like take someone who's taken and received your instruction and turned it and acted on it, brought it to life is great, man. That's what we want to see as youth leaders. Is we're helping you a lot, and you accept that help a lot of times. So. Yeah,
and I could go on, guys, on a serious note, I could go on and on and on.
Yeah, we're all out there, man. You guys are all out there.
Yeah, so as George says, we don't have favourites, but there are people that obviously, as people, we'll be drawn to and we want to help out and all that sort of stuff. But just because if I haven't mentioned your name, doesn't mean that I don't know who you are. It just means that, like, at this very moment in time, I may have forgotten something and I remember it when me and George talk at some other point.
Yeah, man.
So don't worry about it.
Yeah, man. There's so many of you. Like, there's over 100.
It's over 100 of you.
Over 100 of you. So
struggle to know you guys by name sometimes. I'll walk in and I'll be like,
it was a big struggle for Josh, but you got it.
Oh yeah, especially as where I grew up, everyone was just named Dave, Mark, Josh. Easy names.
Yeah, we're not about that easy name life.
No.
I don't think CitYouth are about that easy.
No, but I love it, man. I love it. It's brilliant.
But so you mentioned the events, and you mentioned the youth, or the kind of the people. Like what kind of inspired you to help young people in the first place? Because obviously, again, these were impressionable moments, impressionable people. Yeah. But you kind of came in and you showed your love for young people. What started you off? Like, what was it that started you?
I think it was, so I was helping, I went out to, I was at Bible College at the time, Regent's Theological College, and we were helping doing some volunteering at the gathering, and I was doing all the football cage, and I was taking my break, just had a bit of a break, and God just said to me, look out at all these young people. And I said, what's that to God? Like, because for me, that was a big thing. Like, I was really at that time struggling with like a talking relationship with God. Like, I'd had it down and had my time out with Him, but just that continuous relationship talking with Him, it was like in bits and pieces. And so for me, that was like a big moment, like a whoa, God, you're talking to me. Okay, well, what are you talking to me about? And he goes, look upon all these people right here. And I'm like, what are kids? And he says to me, hey, what are those group of girls doing? And I said, they're just on their phone. And God was like, no, they're not. Right now, they're seeing, on their Instagram, on their Facebook, on their social media, how many likes they got. They're possibly looking at who one of their peers, which may have a better figure than them. They may be looking at a group of girls that have better friendships. They may be looking at a group of girls that are richer in money. And he says, right now, that group of girls are facing their insecurities and they're shying away from it. And he says, what about those boys? And I says, oh, they're just playing football, or they're being boisterous with each other, or they're doing this. And he goes, no, right now they're trying to fill a hole inside them, because as men they've been told to shut their emotions away. They've been told not to, as a man you can't share your emotions. And right in that moment, God took me all through these things with all these different groups of youth that were all around, and he broke my heart for you, your generation, guys. He said, look, and he opened up my eyes to, what the struggles that you guys have gone through. He reminded me of what I went through as a kid and as a young person.
So that was a pretty supernatural thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, for me that was
that's the kind of thing that God does.
Yeah,
He opens our eyes when we believe in Him. He does that.
Yeah.
As we journey with Him, it's like, hey, we want to open our eyes to the things that.
Yeah, and now I'm in touch with God so much more. It's so much easier to live by faith, because I've had kind of those little moments. It's so much easier just to do the things that would naturally come hard to a Christian, because I've walked in that journey with Him. And don't get me wrong, I still find, for me, I really struggle to read my Bible. Yeah. It's a big thing. I hate reading. Jordan will tell you guys, I hate reading.
It's true. It is true.
I cannot stand it, and a lot of you guys will be the same. But I know that my continuous talking relationship with God is really good, and now He's like, okay, now we want to strengthen the next bit of your relationship and what you're struggling with. But yeah, he really called me to young people and to pastor young people, and I'm going to do that for the rest of my life. Yeah. I don't know what that's going to look like. I want to try and challenge ministry in a way, and kind of think outside the box of how to pastor young people. Because I think it's great what we're doing in the church, but I want to try and challenge that and kind of do something else. But that's how I knew that God wanted me to work with young people or pastor young people.
So God spoke directly to your heart.
Yeah.
In a moment where He could show you and illustrate what that looks like, and bring you into a stronger sense of purpose. Yeah. Life trajectory, that kind of thing, which is great. And that can happen, I suppose, in any time, any moment, depending on how susceptible or how sensitive we are with the Spirit. Which reminds me of something that I heard from one of the pastors in William Simon Foster about, our sensitivity to the Holy Spirit being our biggest responsibility, as much as we've got so many different distractions and responsibilities and this kind of stuff. Actually, that intimacy is helpful because it gives us that time and that moment. So in your journey then, because you mentioned your journey, where did your journey start? Yeah, so probably the big question is, where did your journey start, but then who is God to you because of that? Yeah. But again, guys, if you've got questions, put it in the chat and we'll ask Josh. We've got a few more minutes. So definitely put some questions in the chat if you want to ask Josh a question. So yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah, I think kind of how did I first get to know God? Well, my story is really, really complicated, and it's really it jumps all over the place. But the basis of it is this. So my mum is a single parent, and she's been a Christian since the age of 18, and she's been taking me to church since I was probably about four or five. More. The little baby. When I was not 6'4", I was 1'2". But I don't even know if you were 1'2", you can't be. That's like a foot in it. I was a big baby. I'm like this big. It's like 8 pounds something. So yeah, the reason why my mum was a single parent is because unfortunately when I was 3, my dad passed away in a car crash, so I didn't really know my father. And then when my mum married my ex-stepdad, who was abusive to her and used me as manipulation. And so being so young, I didn't really understand, but as a kid I saw things that I probably should not have seen. And that didn't hit me until I hit the age of 18, that I saw things that I shouldn't have seen. Because for me that was normality, growing up in that sort of environment. So I knew that it was wrong, but I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was a problem. You know what I mean? So it was. It wasn't a big thing until I hit elder. But we moved away from that, and my mum really depended on God in that moment. And I personally remember when I first found out, because my ex-stepdad refused to let me know that I had a real father. He wasn't my real father. That my real father had passed away. My blood father had passed away. And so when you're told as a 9, 10-year-old that the guy that you thought your dad was not your dad, but your dad, you can't see your real dad because your dad passed away, that does something to you. And it creates, I just remember this big void within me that I just plunged into. And I remember it like that, like my mum sat me down in this house, into the number 254 house. Again, I was only like 7 or 8 when we moved. And she told me, and I just plunged into that darkness, man. And my mum was my rock, was my absolute foundation during that point. As she depended on God, I depended on her, because I didn't have that knowledge. And as I grew up, I tried to kind of fill that hole with, number 1, it was when I was younger. So maybe year 7, year 8, I was trying to fill that hole with impressing my friends, being the class clown. I ended up just becoming annoying, actually. I was trying too hard. I was trying to be funny, trying to be the class clown. And I just ended up being annoying. And I went from, to the kind of like medium bottom of a social class, where I was probably, I was bullied quite a bit. I got taken the mick out because my father unfortunately passed away, and so that was, the kids used to take the mick out of that. So that desensitized me to the whole, my dad dying. And so it was just, it was tough. I look back now and I think I didn't realize how tough it was on me.
So was there a moment of realizing how tough it was, and then you reached out for God, or like what?
So I would say I was, again, like it wasn't until the age of 18. So I went to church. My mum was I was a PK kid, so a pastor's kid. PK, it means pastor's kid. And so I go to church on a Sunday, but then I'd be out partying and nightclubbing all out on a Saturday. And then I was like, I'll do as much of this as I can before I go to Bible college, because I won't be able to do anything in Bible college. So I was getting it all out of my system, partying, girls, alcohol. And I then went to Bible college, and I was in kind of this real dark setting. And I went home for a weekend, fell out with my mum. I lost all contact with my mum, my brother, my sister. I wasn't allowed to see any of my family. I went back up to Regents, and I felt completely alone for the first time in my life. And God, it was another kind of supernatural moment where I was on the floor, crying my eyes out, and I felt this hand on my shoulder.
Wow.
And I felt it pick, like kind of, I was hunched over like this. I felt it pick me up and come around me and go, don't worry, your past sins are forgiven. I'm gonna remold you. I'm gonna remold you. I'm gonna make you into a new clay, a new pot.
Wow.
And it was in that moment that I felt this fist come down upon me and smash.
Wow.
And it's the most painful thing I've ever been through, emotionally. This emotional fist came down and busted me, like big time, hit me hard. And I then went through a transformation with God, which was the next 3 years of my university, where God shaped me, transformed me into hopefully the man that you see here today.
Yeah.
But it was.
And was that through like friendships or
Bible
college?
So what I did then is I told my mates what went on, and they went, right, well, what we want to do, Josh, is we want to now put in place accountability for you. We want to make sure that you have the space to talk about. I had a guy who was kind of my mentor, who I now see as a spiritual father. So guys, a spiritual father is someone who comes alongside you in your spiritual journey. And they, I'm trying to think of biblical spiritual father.
Well, you got.
I was the guy that thought someone was calling his name, but it wasn't. It was God calling his name.
That is. Crap, wow.
I've gone for it. Like, if you guys know who I mean, Sharon knows who I mean.
That's.
His wife gives. Not his wife. His mum gives him up to the church to Samuel.
Samuel.
It was so Samuel was a spiritual father, and if you guys go have a look at that, that'd be really, really good. But yeah, so someone who comes alongside you, grows you in your growth with God, and is kind of like a really personal pastor to you, and you travel with them. And I had someone like that in my life, and we went through some stuff together, and he really came alongside me and helped me understand who God was. But he pointed out to me, he was like, now what you need to do is now know who God is as a father. And that was a big thing for me, because I thought I did know God as a father, and I'm still now on that journey now. I'm definitely, like, me and Jordan have had these conversations where Jordan's gone to me, hey Josh, I think you know that God is your father, but I don't know how much, I don't know how much in depth you need to keep doing that. And God's spoken to Jordan through that, where I need to keep diving into God as my father. And so I'm still on that journey now, still trying to search, who God is as a father to me, what a father looks like, because I know for one thing that if I base who a father is on him, I won't be the anything like that stepfather that I had, or I will know what a perfect father will look like, or what will try to be, and I know how I want a father because of the way that my God fathers me. So that's
which is like, I think it's really important as well to kind of mention that myself, there was a sense of fatherlessness within myself and my story. I think I've shared it with you a number of times, but not to take away from what Josh said, but knowing the father heart of God is a huge thing, not just for leaders and adults, but for you guys as young people, mainly because that's who God reveals himself to be in the Bible, mainly, especially as Jesus is the Son and God, God is the Father, or God is the Father. And so kind of coming across that revelation will do so many things to the feminine soul, the masculine soul, and help develop us into to more like children of God, so like Christ.
It's crazy, isn't it?
For the sake of other people. So.
We have parts in the Bible. So if you look at the Bible, it's kind of split up into a section of God's characteristics. So you kind of have the Old Testament, which is Lord God, Jehovah, kind of this big scary God that we all should fear. And don't get me wrong,
we definitely should.
You definitely should fear God.
Definitely should.
But then we move into this different sort of relationship that God has and wants to start having with his people, and Jesus starts showing that. This father relationship, this friend relationship, where he can still be, still be tough on you, really can still be tough on you, but it's that constant talking, as if, if you guys do have fathers at home, know that you can just have a continuous, talking with your father, and that continuous talking, or even with your mum, you can just have that continuous talking, and that's what we want you to get to as a person, that you can just be walking out and about and it won't feel weird to go, oh yeah, God, so this happened today and this happened today, or how do you feel about that, God? Oh yeah, all right then, chill.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's what we want you to get to, and don't when we say potentially we've got there, that doesn't mean we're perfect.
No.
Oh my word,
no stretch of the imagination.
No.
So yeah.
But that's what we want you guys to get to a little bit as well. That continuous relationship, that continuous talking with your Heavenly Father.
But there's a lot in your journey. Like, thank you for sharing.
That's all right.
On this, last day platform, I think.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely a lot in your journey, and there's probably so many things to kind of ask Josh about and unpack, and feel free to contact Josh after this, and even in the future, you know, this guy's on Instagram, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I'll be posting what I'm going to start doing, guys. I'm going to be posting that on my Instagram. And you know, if you want to reach out and say, hey Josh, what are you doing? You know, you guys can completely do that. That's chill.
Yeah, man. Well, we do have a question from Alpha. Hopefully, I can put it on the screen. It says, question from both Josh and Jordan. As a growing young person like myself, would you encourage that person to consider Bible college?
Well, it's a big question, you know, because it's a big. I'd say personally, you need to personally know that it's the right track for you, because Bible college is like it's a lot of people will go and think it's easy.
Yeah.
You'll have a lot of people go there and think that it'll be a walk in the park to get a degree.
Yeah.
You see, what you've got to deal with is in that space, you've got education 24/7.
Yeah.
And that's what you normally have in the uni. But you have other stuff on top of that. You're living with Christians, so you have, you know, that tension, which can be so high at some points.
Yeah, well, the expectation is high.
Yeah.
Expectation about
But then if you're all doing what I was going through, or what Jordan's been through, because Jordan went to Bible college as well, a different one to me, but and many years ago. But if everyone's going through that remolding process, because it's such a spiritual place, a place where God is going to be molding you, shaping you 24/7, it's hard, really hard. So I would really want you guys, if you feel like you want to go, that's amazing, but pray into it, fast into it, and then come seek a one-on-one with a youth leader just to talk through with them, you know, why you're going and what your heart is for going.
We would encourage, I think I would encourage people to go.
Yeah, definitely.
I think having been recent for Josh, you know, having come out, you know, a year or so ago, environmentally, you know, the context, the environment, the people, all that kind of stuff, like there's a lot to consider, so that would, you know, emotionally, and relationally.
But there are, sorry, I forgot, there are positives, big positives, like you're being trained to be a walking, talking gospel.
And what can go wrong with that?
Like,
you know.
Yeah.
Like,
and there's so many opportunities as well with Bible college.
Well, I think that one of the key prospects, or one of the key benefits of it is I know that our education won't be necessarily our saving grace or the thing that changes people's minds or changes people's ways. Like you won't necessarily be the education. I say necessarily. That's not the key thing. It's definitely our intimacy with Jesus that will change people. You know. But with theology or with understanding God, or churning through intellectually, or churning through your thoughts, churning through what you believe, you know, being challenged on what you thought you believed, all that kind of stuff.
It's crazy.
It's mad. Like it helps.
You think you know the Bible?
Yeah, but it helps kind of make you sure. Like some people come out questioning, but it definitely helps make you a little bit more sure about who you are, who God says you are, and what you believe about God. So I would definitely encourage you to Bible college. We need more pastors, we need more ministers, we need people to teach the Bible. So yeah, guys, get on in.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, man. So do we have any more questions? Do you have any more questions? How do you edit it? That's not a question for Josh.
That's a question for Jordan, because I've got no idea.
How do you change what you can see on the screen, you mean?
Magic.
Media magic. If you want to be involved in the media side of things, we are actually looking for volunteers to come along and come on board with the media team for young people as well as the adults. And we can share all of our media secrets at that point. But until then, sorry, just send us a instant message, a direct message.
Yeah, we need a CV.
And let us know if you guys want to be interested in volunteering for the media team. But if there are no more questions, Josh, man, we're good, man.
So I've lost yours in my mouth.
It's been good, I swear. It's been good. It's been good.
Oh no, it can't really be. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter! Don't tell Pastor Mark.
Say nada. Okay. No, we cleaned our hands. We're fine. We're okay. We cleaned our hands and all that.
I'll go have a quarantine shower in a bit.
Yeah, but quarantine shower. You know, wash our clothes, get sterilizers, that kind of stuff. But yeah, no, it's been absolute madness. Having your energy, your life here, just the ideas that you have, and the ideas that you brought, you know, the people that you interact with, the people you make impressions on, like all that, man. Like I'm hoping and I'm praying that you do become a youth pastor, and in your own sense, you know, in a great youth ministry, and because that like the thing that sticks with me is, you know, Tim Alford, the boss. He broke down that ladder and he's like, you know, you don't have to climb it.
Yeah.
You know,
and I said that to you, didn't I? I said I don't want to climb the ladder. I don't want to go into being a pastor. As you know, you guys, if we said pastor, you think of Pastor Mark and all that. You know, in a church, that's not what I think my calling is. My calling is being a youth pastor, and that's pastoring youth. And however I do that, I don't know, but you guys can obviously keep tabs on me if you want. So.
Yeah. And that's a lifelong thing for myself as well, youth and young adults. But yeah, thank you so much, Josh. Can we make some noise in the chat? Can we show some appreciation for Josh, because he doesn't just need it, he deserves it. So can we?
Oh, I need it, Jordan. Give me affirmation.
Can we give him some appreciation? We appreciate you, Josh.
Yeah, and maybe I will come back and visit when we know what's kind of going on with opening and everything like that, because Jordan and I are just as much in the dark as everyone else. But once kind of everyone's back and you guys can all gather together and everything like that, don't worry, I will come back and we will do something before, you know.
Yeah.
Get Jordan to order Domino's for everyone.
For everyone, you know. Well, we'll have a look at it. We'll have a look. But yeah, that's been the half an hour of your week. It's not been half an hour, it's been more than that.
48 minutes.
48 minutes.
It's been the best 48 minutes of your week.
Of your week, friends. So tune in, guys. If you aren't tuning in, if you aren't getting your friends to tune in next week.
For the last one, isn't it?
For the last one. But we still have...
with an empty chair.
Oh, with an empty chair. We still have actually, so last week we did some games, so we've still got a couple of minutes left. We did some games and we, you know, Pastor Mark won the game. We said, hey, give it back to the youth. And so we're still giving away that which was from last week. So it's a teen choice. I think I might have something here that talks about, or that has or hosts the thing that Are you okay?
I swallowed the skills on the remote.
Are you okay?
Woo! Yeah, I'm good, I can breathe. I'm really red, look at that. Oh, I think I'm crying. And I'm not crying because I am, you know, because I'm leaving. I'm crying because I've got skill in my throat.
Are you right, yeah? Yeah.
Oh!
Okay. So... I'm just double checking.
Get me off the screen!
I'm gonna do it. Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, I'm down here now. No.
Alright guys,
skill.
So we were doing some games. He's gonna be alright.
I'm fine.
He will be on the Zoom tomorrow. That was hilarious. So we had some some people.
Not COVID.
We had some people play some games in the last few weeks. We actually have the T-shirt that Saron won here. If we yeah, so it's right here. If you did not know, it's right there. The T-shirt is on its way to you, Saron. If you're wondering, your Black Lives Matter T-shirt is on its way because you won that prize
with the Bible and the VR headset as well.
Yeah. So they're on their way, but we do have not just last week's prize to give away, but this week's prize to give away all in one go. Yeah. So we have that all in one go. to give away. But we haven't decided. Like we haven't really decided on a game because we wanted to be a testimony kind of time, and we don't know how we're going to give this away. How do you feel like we should give these two things away? The first thing that we're giving away obviously is last week's prize. But the second thing is
the second thing we're going to give away is in honor of one of my hobbies.
Of one of your hobbies. Yeah.
I love gaming. I love Xbox. And no, the PlayStation's okay too. You got one of the best games, Spider-Man, on there.
Yeah.
Cannot argue with that. But what we want to do, guys, is give away a voucher for your choice on your console. Maybe actually you play on PC. Give you a voucher for one of those as well. Maybe you guys, oh my word, please don't play on mobile. But if you do play some stuff on mobile, again, we obviously can mostly accommodate to that as well. So we want to give a gaming voucher away today. How do we want to give these away, Jordan? I think there's got to be some form of ringing. Yeah, this has been going good. I've been liking this.
Yeah. So we want to give it away. Probably if they just call in and give us a good reason.
Yeah, like the first person to call in and give us a great reason.
Give us a good reason just to give it away to you. Like that's £10 worth of a high street voucher, and it's £10 worth of Xbox or PlayStation credit. That's 20 quid. That's nice 20 quid that you can use for lockdown. The numbers below. Call us. Why do you think you should win both of those prizes? We've got a few minutes left until the hour is up because we've got an hour. We've got it to an hour. But you guys are still with us, which is great. We always love to see that. So yeah, call us. Let us know why you should win £10 worth of a high street gift card and £10 worth of... Hey, come on.
Hey, who are you and where you from? Hello? Oh, hung up.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, they obviously didn't want the voucher.
They don't want the voucher.
Guys, remember, if you want to ring, you need to make sure that you're doing this, not talking to us via the... Hello? What's your name and where are you from? Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, who's this?
Manasseh! Man, like, how you doing, man?
You good?
Oh, okay.
So, hey, make sure that you turn the YouTube down and that you're only speaking to the phone. I know it may be confusing, but let's just turn that YouTube down and make sure you're just focusing on the phone, because there's a bit of a lag behind on the YouTube live. Yeah?
Can you say that again, please?
What do you say?
Just turn it down on YouTube. Turn your YouTube down on YouTube. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, can you hear us now, yeah? Turn it off, Manasseh. Turn it off. Turn off YouTube. Hello?
Manasseh, have you turned off YouTube? This is a game within itself, you know. This is a brilliant
How to turn off YouTube.
How do we turn off YouTube with Josh and Jordan? Manasseh?
Yes?
Hey! There we go. Right. So, we have 2 gift cards available. What one do you want and why do you want that gift card?
I want the what one?
The what one?
What are the gift cards?
The high street voucher, so you can spend it on like Nando's or Top Man or whatever it is. That's £10, and then £10 worth of either Xbox or PlayStation credit.
Oh, okay.
Which one do you want? The high street one or the console one?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay. Why do you want number 2?
Say that again.
Why do you want number 2?
Say that again.
Okay, Manasseh, why do you want voucher number 2?
Because of the way that the last time
Say that again. What did he say?
I don't know.
Manasseh, what are you saying? Why do you want the voucher?
You don't want it.
The name that you got. That's right.
I didn't hear that, you know.
Yo, man, right, I'm gonna just do this quickly. We're gonna do loudspeaker. Right, tell me again, Manasseh. I literally have no idea what he's saying. All I hear is. I'm sorry, Manasseh. This is not working.
It's not working, bro.
It's not working.
So sorry, man. Alright, so we need someone else. To call in. They get the choice of like, you can get 2 people calling in, we can give out 1 each, whatever it is you see to call in, alright? The number's below. Why do you want? As soon as you answer, say your name, say like where you're from, and then say the reason why you want this gift card, yeah? Alright.
I don't know, Manasseh's up there now with Aaron.
Oh man. Okay. But yeah, okay.
Might not be Manasseh. Hey, what's your name?
Hey, this is Sharon.
Hey Sharon, how you doing?
I'm good.
We can hear you, but I think it's like some of you youth have like really bad phones. You need to pay
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Sharon. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. A bit faded, but I can hear you.
Brilliant. Sharon, do you want one of these vouchers?
Well, I want one of these vouchers for Manasseh because clearly he was struggling this week. So I want to try to win him the voucher he wanted.
Manasseh, you got to thank Sharon big time. Sharon, so what?
Yeah.
So you have to choose one voucher. I think Manasseh was asking for the second voucher, which was a console voucher. Why do you think Manasseh should have this console voucher?
I didn't hear that last part, sorry.
Oh, I said, why do you think Manasseh should have the console voucher?
I think his efficiency in being the first one to call already speaks for itself. And to top it off, he also joined the session today. And I'm pretty sure he's a good kid. I don't know Manasseh, but I'm pretty sure he's a good guy. So, you know, I'm pretty sure he would appreciate a bit of £10 on his Xbox or PlayStation.
Manasseh.
And also, he's a child of God like everyone else.
I love that.
Manasseh, you have just won a £10 console gift card.
Hey.
Courtesy of Sharon. So make sure, Manasseh, in that chat you say thank you to Sharon. Oh, thank you very much, Sharon, for calling in for Manasseh. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Man, can I text it instead?
Now you
That was
call
Manasseh.
in.
Sorry, Manasseh.
You want it though.
You want it?
You want it.
Well, I see that also, that dedication. That he's on here.
Yeah.
I wonder if he got Sharon to call up, to be honest. I wonder if he, I don't know. But here we go. Right, we have the last one to give away now, which is this high street.
20 seconds, guys. In the next 20 seconds. Hey!
Hey! I'm just going to bet it's Manasseh. What's your name? Where are you from?
Miles from
Hey, how are you doing, man?
Good.
Oh, it's so good to hear from you, bro. It's so good to hear
man.
from you. I got a stitch from running around. Miles, you've already won it, but why do you want this high street voucher? You're going to get given the high street voucher. Why do you want the high street voucher?
Because I want to take when lockdown's over, I want to take my family to a restaurant again, and also because my birthday is really long, and instead of them being here for a cousin instead, because I'm really thankful because get some notes for me, not lockdown. I'm very hopeful.
Miles, you can't say no to a kid that wants to take his own family out to a restaurant. You'd be a monster if you said no. Miles, that voucher is yours! Miles! Oh, Miles, thank you so much for bringing me much joy and that voucher's yours. We'll be in touch in the next 3 to 5 working days on how you will get that voucher. Man like Miles. Give a round of applause to Miles in the chat. Let's go! Thank you, Miles. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.
Man like Miles.
Man like Miles.
Man like Miles.
Man like Miles.
I got a stitch in the
For real. Like, man like Miles.
Man, Miles, if you didn't hear that, Miles basically wanted the voucher so he could treat his family because they've done so much for him over lockdown.
Yeah.
And I think, guys, that's a lesson we can all learn.
That is, man.
So if you wanna buy us food because we've done so much for you over lockdown, because we're your extended family.
Yeah.
You know.
I
can do with the Nando's.
Could do with the Nando's. Listen, guys. Please stay tuned to everything CitYouth. Obviously, we have our Wednesdays, we have our Thursdays Zoo, which is tomorrow. We have our Mondays IGTV. We just had Alpha Belole do his on Monday. Stay tuned as well to prayer meetings at 7:30 on Tuesday. We also have Sundays 10:30 for the service. Definitely get together with your family. I think, mate,
I think you've done it all.
Mate, it's either this camera or that camera. This is your time. What do you want the viewers to know at the end of this?
CitYouth, it's been an absolute honour. On a serious note, it's been amazing. I couldn't have pictured a better year with any other youth group during this time in my life. I am really sad that I'm going to be leaving you, but don't worry, I will come back and visit very soon. I love you guys so much. God loves you so much. And I can't wait to come back in a couple of months and then come back in the next couple of months and then maybe in the next year or two come back and see how much God has grown you and how much God is using each and every one of you to gain more heads for his kingdom. I'm going to miss you guys so much. But yeah, it's been amazing. It's been absolutely amazing. I love you guys.
He's been Josh, I've been Jordan, you've been CitYouth.
And for the last time, we'll see you later, CitYouth.
See you next week, man.